Օնթարիոյի վարչապետ Doug Ford Հայ Կեդրոն այցելեց նոյեմբեր 4-ին, ուր հատուկ հիւրասիրութեամբ հանդիպում ունեցաւ թորոնթոհայ գաղութի ներկայացուցիչներու հետ Ներկայութեամբ Օնթարիոյի նահանգային երեսփոխան Արիս Պապիկեանի։
I want to express my sincere gratitude to our host, MPP Aris Babikian, for organizing this important event. Your unwavering dedication as a community leader, tirelessly working to uplift our neighborhoods here in Scarborough Agincourt and in Cross Scarborough, has had a significant impact. I would like to acknowledge the important work that the Premier has done for the people of Ontario and Scarborough. Unlike previous governments and premiers, Doug Ford has delivered on his promises to the people of Ontario. And we see this by the significant investments made in healthcare, education, transit, energy, and in making life more affordable. Now, as we gather here with leaders from diverse ethnic communities, I want to highlight some key investments made under Premier Ford's leadership with MPP Babikian's strong advocacy. For the Armenian community, we have the Armenian Heritage Month bill that was introduced and passed by MPP Babikian, declaring May as Armenian Heritage Month. Licenses for a new Armenian long-term care home. Over $1.4 million for the Armenian Youth Center expansion. $30,000 for home admin. $50,000 for the Zorian Institute, $50,000 for the Sarah Corning Center for Genocide Education, and funding through OTF to ARS Toronto Rubina chapter to renovate the community center's outside courtyard. For the Greek community, 33 new beds at Hellenic Care for seniors, $325,000 for the Greek Canadian Heritage Museum, and $110,000 for upgrades to the Pan-Macedonian Center.
The Armenian Community Center serves as a home away from home for many Ontarians. It allows us to participate in our community programs and celebrate holidays and milestones. This center is not only a vital part of Ontario's cultural mosaic, but also a testament to the resilience and determination of Armenians in Ontario. We take pride in the remarkable contributions Armenians have made to this province, from thriving businesses to influential roles in education, the arts, and public service. Armenians have significantly enriched Ontario. And the Armenian Community Center of Toronto plays a crucial part in this success, serving as a hub for passing down our language, traditions, and values while embracing diversity and multiculturalism. I'm proud to say that the community has also felt the support of the Government of Ontario. Our community center has faced multiple challenges with aging infrastructure and safety concerns, and I'm glad to say that the Government of Ontario has supported our concerns with grants to help renovate our backyard and anti-8 grants to make sure our community center is capable to support all of its program and remain a safe place for the entire community. For this support, we are extremely grateful to both Premier Ford and Mr. Aris Babikian. As our population grows, so does the demand for space. The Government of Ontario's contribution to our expansion project will help us meet this increasing need and ensure that the next generation has the resources they require to learn and thrive. As we look forward, we see tremendous potential for continued government partnership. This can strengthen our community institutions. With increased support, whether through grants and youth programs or culture initiatives, we can further enhance the services we offer, benefiting not just Armenians, but all of Ontario. In particular, expedited funding in support of our community's long-term care program is critical. Investments in multicultural organizations like ours creates a ripple effect of social and economic growth. In our commitment to grow and develop the next generation, and as descendants of Armenian genocide survivors, we have a responsibility to ensure generations of Ontarians remember the history of the Armenian genocide and the lessons of intolerance and injustice it teaches. The need for Armenian genocide education in Ontario schools extends beyond our community. It's about promoting and understanding and preventing atrocities worldwide. With your partnership and under your leadership, we seek your support in incorporating the Armenian genocide in the provincial curriculum, ensuring this important history is not forgotten. Premier, we deeply appreciate your government's longstanding commitment to communities like ours, which have created valuable opportunities for growth and collaboration, and together we can build a future where all Ontarians can thrive. Once again, thank you for joining us today. We look forward to working with you and the government to foster a strong, diverse, and inclusive Ontario that celebrates its past and builds a brighter future. Thank you.
Unlike previous premiers and governments, Doug Ford has delivered on his promise to the people of Ontario. And we see this in the significant investment in healthcare, such as the new medical school in Scarborough, or the extension and the addition to the Scarborough Health Network Birchmont Hospital, with over $1 billion commitment to that project. We also have the Bridletown Community Center and Health Hub. The Premier has also worked tirelessly to recruit and hire tens of thousands of nurses and doctors, improving healthcare system for all. When it comes to transit and reducing the gridlock in Ontario, Premier Ford has pledged tens of billions of dollars for new transit lines across Ontario, and more specifically here in Scarborough, with the Scarborough subway extension and the Shepherd subway line extension. For reducing the gridlock, the Premier recently announced plans to remove certain bike lanes causing congestion and focus on the building. Yes, really, truly excellent initiative. Building crucial infrastructure like highways to keep our communities moving. In fight for affordability, Premier Ford has made strides to make Ontario a better place to live and raise family. Whether it is removing tolls on highways, removing the license plate renewal stickers fees, freezing drive test fees, providing $200 rebate to taxpayers, increasing childcare spaces and make them affordable, cutting the gas tax by 5.7 cents, or building hundreds of thousands of new homes. All these initiatives reflect the commitment to make life more affordable for Ontarians. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to invite the man of the people, the Premier of Ontario, Doug Ford.
You know, folks, what we see in Ontario, we see across the country, we have to keep going. We've turned into an economic powerhouse in North America. Remember the days our students who graduate out of Waterloo or U of T and they'd run to the airport? they'd hop on the plane. And guess where they go? They go to Silicon Valley or San Francisco Bay Area. Well, the good news is that stopped. It's going the other way. The planes are coming here and dropping the students back again. Now they're business owners. We're growing 365% faster than Silicon Valley and San Francisco Bay Area. They employ about 388,000. We're up to 430,000 people in the tech sector. You know, just this year alone, we've seen 136 companies around the world invest in Ontario. They invested over $11 billion, created 12,200 jobs. But this is the best stat I love. This is incredible. Last year, the manufacturers of this province created more manufacturing jobs in Ontario than all 50 US states combined. Think of that. Aris said, you know, Scarborough was the forgotten city. When we weren't in office, they talked a big game, the previous governments, and we're getting it done. For the first time, Scarborough's getting a subway. Not only the subway extension, we're also closing that loop on Shepherd. We're going to make that announcement from McCown at the end of the Shepherd line to McCown, so it'll be a complete loop. We're spending $80 billion, think of this, $80 billion on transit. For the first time, we're building 5 subway lines. It's unheard of. The only difference between ourselves and the previous governments, we think of 50 years down the road. We think of 100 years down the road. We don't think about how we're going to fix it tomorrow. We're thinking of a long-term vision. We're spending $190 billion on infrastructure, $50 billion on hospitals. It's never been done before. $50 billion on 50 sites. And sure enough, Scarborough was one of the sites that we chose, thanks to you, Aris, constantly. We always strive to be the best anywhere in North America. We're going to continue doing that. But I'm going to throw you out a couple healthcare numbers. Number one, we've seen the largest amount of growth in North America than anyone has seen. What we're doing with healthcare, since we've been in office, we've registered 80,000 nurses. 30,000 nurses are in our colleges and universities as we speak right now that are going to be out into the healthcare field. 12,500 doctors. We have something called the Learn and Stay program for the nurses. So we'll take care of your education, your books, and every tuition if you go into an area that needs nurses. Doctors a little different. We just announced last week that we're going to pay for the doctor's education as long as they stay in Ontario for a minimum of 5 years. My friends, I just want to thank you, because without each and every one of you, I'll tell you one thing, I wouldn't even be standing there, and neither would Aris. My number one thing I preach to our caucus, you know, never forget your roots. Never forget the people that have brought you to the ball, per se. Don't forget the people that voted for you. And when you're in office, someone calls you, return everyone's call. Even if you can't help them, return their call and do your very best. I learned that from the number one customer service person that I've ever seen in the country. That was my brother Rob's philosophy. Return